Good afternoon, traders. Thank you, Jose. Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to a quick 10-minute rendition of today's Awesome Calls Trading Recap webinar. I just got through a 45-minute session of Secret Sauce live in the chat room. All the while, we got some nice calls in. Disney was doing very well from Dark Side's call. PAW was another one that got popped because Google might be buying it. Remember in the webinar yesterday? I told you the stock was going to go to $20 a share. Do you remember that? It was called APDN as I was talking, remember? And I was in the webinar and I go, look, see right here at 15, I can't take the trade, but might most likely go to 19.20 and you could sell it. And see where it hit? $20. And today it got destroyed on warrants and offerings. This is why you don't overnight stuff like this. And this is why you play a stock like this in Awesome Calls Trading, because we will teach you, guide you, and prevent you from making common mistakes that day traders tend to do. But when you're in here, it's 100% guidance to prevent you from making mistakes like that. That's what we do. Okay. Anyway, today we had put together a pretty good list. Not a pretty good list, a fucking great list. From Goose to CSIQ, SSITI, TWOU, Dog, CDLX, and many, many more. A couple great trades I'll go over with you that we're going to do charts on. Um, the first one that we're going to do is TWOU. This morning I got up and I did Secret Sauce for about 45 minutes today. I go over all the earnings and all the plays and how I set them up and what I was reading and why I was reading, what made me make the decisions on these, and so forth. So today, let's start with our number one pick in the chat room, Goose. Goose had mixed earnings and hold on. Piton is popping a report considering apps for Fire TV, cheaper fitness machine for next year. I don't know. It's up 26. I don't know if that'll last. It's got that keyword in it, considering apps. So I don't know. I think it'll probably get sold off. Anyway, Goose was gapping up this morning, and then it was gapping down because on their conference call they issued guidance, um, and their guidance was a little disappointing. I played the stock for many, many years, and I understand this stock. And today I told everyone scaling short at 39 and flush it down to 35 and under. Stock did exactly that verbatim. Here's Goose, and here's the little bit of a gap up it had. You see on earnings, I called for a 39.40 short. I said the stock would flush down to 35 and under. You can see how it found a nice base around 35 and then filled another 1.5 to the downside. So if you had more puts, you would have got paid a little bit more money. Great call, great energy, great play, great everything. Great way to start your Monday morning. Number one pick in the world, in the room. Next one I gave was a stock called Rita. Rita was an offering play. Yesterday got upgrades. It kind of gave me an indication based on who was giving the upgrades that there was probably something going on that you didn't know. Anyway, Rita put in a floor yesterday at 180, and this morning also another floor of 180. This morning I called the stock to hit 180 and to long the stock at 180. And as you can see, there's the floor 180, 180, go long, and I want you to see what happened when it hit 180 this morning. Are you ready? Here we go. Ding, 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 ding. Within 5 minutes, it pulled to 180, long the stock, 100 shares, 200 shares, 300 shares. I don't know what's going on here. Uh, it's showing it didn't flush all the way on the screen share. Still showing TV in there. Gosh darn it. Anyway, that's a shame. Anyway, the stock ran over 17, 18 points, and it was a nice play here. So that was a good trade there. Next stock we did was that we liked this morning was a company called CTAS. Actually, I made a mistake here. I thought it was earnings, but it was actually Spruce. I played this stock so much that I kind of knew exactly what it was going to do. If it was earnings or in line or B, I thought it was. I didn't realize it was. I'm still baffled that it was actually a Spruce short, but you can't short CTAS. Just you can't. I mean, if you know any, I mean, just I'm like, okay. But anyway, I did call for a bottom at 248 regardless, and I called the stock to go back to 256 to 258. So here's the call. Here's the trade. Here's 248 is your bottom, and here is the call to 255, 51. So it hit within 50 cents of what I wanted. Great call, great play. 248, 255, 55. 100 shares, 6 points, $600 in your bank. And going back to the Rita one, in case you didn't see it, Rita went from 180 all the way up to $197, 17 points in a matter of a few minutes. Great, great call. The next one that we did was SW Skyworks. I know a lot of you don't trade Skyworks. Unfortunately, you're in rooms that don't trade earnings. But when they're simple and they're easy and they're fun, this is one of those that you want to just take. I have traded Skyworks for many, many years. I understand this stock. All I had to do was read it, then check out what the analysts were saying. I made a decision that the floor was 95, 96. I personally took this trade, made over 560 bucks on the trade in a matter of a minute and a half. I think it was less than 45 seconds, to be honest. I called for a pop at the open, and I called for a range play to $101 a share. I figured it would gap fill, and it did it. It hit 100 and almost just under $102 a share at 96, 6-point trade. Really, 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 really good play. Another one that we did today was a company called CSIQ. This is a solar company, Canadian Solar. I have played this for many, many years. I know the stock like the back of my hand, and today was just no different. I want to congratulate Noel. He took this trade. He got shitty fills, but he ended up still making almost $1,700 on this trade, one execution. I believe he took 2,000 shares and he covered. It's a great trade. Anybody in the room could have done it. I want you to look at the accuracy of this particular call. I really want you to just take a moment, take a deep breath, and look at the accuracy of this call. Okay? So remember how I gave you TWOU would give you a pop it open to 27, scale in short, take it down? Remember how I gave you that one? I don't think I went over that one. Oh, I'm sorry. Got ahead of myself. Anyway, CSIQ, I gave it a pop at open. I made this the number 2 pick. This will pop at the open to 16, 50, 17. In other words, shorts are going to cover at the open and squeeze the stock. The earnings report was bad, but it was already gapping down. So I already gapping down. I think it was at 15.50. I knew shorts were going to cover at those areas. So I called for 16.50 to 17 pop at the open and scale in short and ride the stock down to $14 to $15 a share. I know the stock traders. I've been playing it for years. I know what to do with it. I know how to trade it. And that's exactly what I did. Here's your CSIQ, pop at the open, scale in short. See, here's the gap fill. See, because it was down here in pre-mark yesterday after hours. This told me that this would most likely shorts will want to cover the open on a squeeze. I called the topping at 17, all day fade, 15 to 14. It's sitting at 14.58, precisely dead center of my call. This is precision day trading at its best, traders. Then we did TWOU. This was another trade that we did in the room today. Magnificent call. This call I called for a pop it open to 26 to 27. After reading the analyst reports and reading the report itself, this is why I'm up at 3:30, 4 o'clock every single morning, 5 days a week, giving my blood, sweat, and tears to make sure that I read everything thoroughly to give you an analyst report how ActChat would view this stock, how to trade it. Today I was accurate, as you can see. TWOU was number 4 pick. This will touch 26 at top at 27 a share. At 27 a share, the stock will flush down to 23 and under. No ands, ifs, or buts. Ding, 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 ding. There is 6, 26, 27, and slammed right there. All right. So One, two, three, four, five, six. Those are six really good. I'll do those six tonight. All right. So great day to trade today at Awesome Calls Trading. I'm honored every day that you can come in and trade with us. I know there are a lot of choices out there, but this simply is the best day trading chat room on the planet. We do a lot of work. We dedicate ourselves to a lot of you to make sure that you get the very best ideas in the room. We provided today, I think it was over 14 ideas. Um, and I mean, what can I tell you? It was just a wonderful day to trade in here. So thank you so much. And you can always follow me or click here, and boom, we got the Christmas special coming up in 17 days. This is my Twitter feed. I am AJ Trader 7, as you can tell. This is my page, and just click it, and that's it. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.